Good morning, everyone, or whatever time you're joining me. I hope you're having a really good Friday. Happy Friday. Happy beginning of the weekend, maybe, hopefully. Some people have Fridays off. So, Health Watch for Dimwit Donnie. Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Right there. Okay, so Queen of Swords would be a healthcare person who uses pointy objects to do her job. Yeah, it's not reversed, so I can't say Nurse Ratched, but the challenge is his heart. I'll just leave it right on top. The challenge is his heart. This is a female nurse treating his heart issue. Wow. When we have the Four of Swords come through reversed in a health reading, this can be it's definitely an illness. It's definitely heart problems, that's for sure. But it can also be heart surgery. Wow. Okay, let's leave it there. So in the morning we have the Seven of Wands with the Two of Cups reversed. Yikes. Yeah, I think I'll wait. Okay, so I was going to lay the rest of them out, but then we'll just get distracted. Seven of Wands is, needing to protect himself. It's not reversed, so I can't really, say anything more about that. But when it comes to health issues, this is a heart, Mars in Leo. Yeah, even brain and spinal, injuries. It's also a card of strokes. The Two of Cups reversed. Man, this would be a bad doctor or nurses or caregivers. This is his fear of dying alone. Okay. Midday, he has the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So, midday, things slow down on the health level. This could be somebody who's determined to help him. But this is also, this is my card for snipers. And a dark, somebody coming in in a black SUV. The King of Pentacles is, this is our card that's, it has to do with somebody who's easy to bribe. His genetic issues. His father died from Alzheimer's. I think of course he started with dementia. I think he had it for 13 years, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So it's not reversed, so I can't say much about the, anything terribly negative except for the genetic issues. On the health levels, this is often somebody who's, obese and heavy, which puts a lot of stress on the skeletal system. So, okay, let's just keep going. Wow. Are we going to have the whole suit of Pentacles? This is interesting. So when we have the Page of Pentacles, it's often news, but it could just be a younger person who's bringing him pills, something physical, or something to, or maybe it's a younger person checking in on him. Now, on the health levels, it might be a new health goal. That's very possible. Maybe he has such a terrible day with a diagnosis, and maybe there's like another stent or something put in. Like I remember Libby seeing a stent put in before he was inaugurated. So maybe there's another something like that. I don't know. Or maybe the cards are talking about something coming up. Because remember, this would cover, at least 24 hours, maybe longer. And timing is always the hardest. I mean, a lot of times we'll get the messages way before. But anywho, the Four of Wands reversed. Now, this is all about bad eating habits that cause problems. So that would be a message that he wouldn't want to get, wouldn't it? And then later on in the night, we've got even more pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is, it's giving and receiving because it's the moon in Taurus. That's another overindulgence card. Not that all Tauruses do that, but it's just, it's the moon, and with the moon, we're trying to make ourselves feel better a lot of times, and whatever brings pleasure is all about Taurus. So, but also safety and security. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not reversed, but these other cards are pretty bad. I do feel like it's most likely somebody helping him, especially because we have this Page of Pentacles up here. Yeah. Now, I have a feeling he's not a good patient. Of course, I don't think you need a psychic to tell you that. I'm sure all of you probably think the same thing. And then we have the what do you call them? Hermit, which has him wanting to be alone. Now, because it's ruled by Virgo, we are in that realm of, the digestion, everything that has to do with assimilation. So that's, yeah. But it's also our card that, it does the spleen's in there, the whole endocrine system, which, creates the homeostasis and, intestines, digestion. So there's that. But this has to do with being alone. Over here, he's afraid of dying alone. Yeah, he's receiving something, but he's also, well, you know what? I bet you this is that thing where when you don't have yourself, and there is no such thing as a narcissist or a person with his level of psychopathy that has themselves, because they're outwardly focused constantly. They don't go within and self-reflect. So, no matter where he goes, no matter where he goes, what he does, he's always feeling alone because he hasn't healed that part of himself. And I doubt he will this lifetime. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom for some more on the foundation of the day. Whoa. Okay. So the Two of Wands could be some on the health level, because it's Mars and Aries. It has to do with the head, but also making decisions for the future, needing to take charge, and what is it that he needs to take charge of? Well, who's this guy? This Page of Swords reversed is often a whistleblower. On the level of health, this has to do with, falling, legs, because remember, he's not sturdy up here, too. Notice his figure has two different shoes on. So first thing in the morning, he's caught off guard. And he does have somebody who's not a good practitioner, excuse me, working on him or attending to him. And maybe this one might be trustworthy, but I don't know. It's not good, because we do have, we do have heart issues here. And he does have issues with balance and leg problems. That's been established. His ankles were swollen terribly when he was at the Pope's funeral. And you remember the photos of him in the with the meeting with Zelensky. His one. Oh, and then also in when he was in with the Saudis. That one was really bad. That was even worse than with the Pope. So he's been, traveling too much, and it is causing edema in the lower legs, which makes it harder for him to stay balanced. So that's not good for an older person. Yeah. So okay, I think I'll just focus in on this card a little bit more, and then call it quits for today. On another level, this card has to do with lying and gossiping and people around him that are all talk but no action. And has to do with a hypocritic person, right? But bottom line, and this is a foundation for the day, this is a card of falls and accidents, just like the Fool reversed. Okay. And we know he has a fear of falling. He always has. So, all right. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be back soon for Saturdays. Bye.